into karma, that is called karma yoga. Okay, so here it says, Krishna says, the next verse, he says, Yogastha kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddha siddho samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. Now, what does it mean? Yogastha kuru karmani. Whenever you are performing an action, you have to remember a very basic thing. What? You need to be, attached with the self. You need to be, Yogastha means you need to be united. Now, united with whom? Krishna definitely did not tell to get united with the body, because we are already united with the body. Krishna did not tell us to get united with the mind or the intellect or the ego or this world, because that is what we are, presently. That is the reason of our ignorance. That is the reason of this life, that we cannot determine the right path. So Krishna definitely did not tell us to get united with the body. He did not tell us to get united with the mind, the intellect, the ego, the world, or the karma. Yogastha means get united. Get united, remain united, and kuru karmani, and then you do your job, your action. Now, united with whom? If he is not talking about union with the body or the mind or the intellect or ego or world or karma or the results of the karma, which is generally the case with us. While performing any karma, we get attached to the results of the karma. So if he is not talking about all this, who he is talking about to be united to? He is talking about the self, the knowledge. I am the self. I am the consciousness. I am the infinite. I am the free one. I am the freedom. I am divine. I am eternal. I am eternal. I am knowledge. I am knowledge. I am existence absolute. I am bliss. I am peace. I am love. I am infinity. I am everywhere. I am light. So this is the knowledge. This is knowledge. So when he says Yogastha kuru karmani, that means he is telling us to perform our actions while being united with the knowledge, not the doer. You are not the doer of the karmas. You are not the doer of your actions. Why? Because actions are performed to fulfill your incompleteness. Whenever you are performing a karma, you are performing a karma to fulfill your own, unfulfillment. But you are fulfilled always. You are purna. You are always fulfilled. So because you are fulfilled, you are not performing actions to fulfill yourself. That means these karmas are not done by you. They are not performed by you. They are performed by the nature. They are performed by the qualities. They are performed by the body, the mind, the intellect, the ego. That is these are the people who are, these are the ones who are performing the actions. You are not performing at all. But you have this false cognition that I am the doer. I am the doer. Okay? And that is where you lose the focus of yourself. So when we say Yogastha kuru karmani, I need to know that I am the self. I am infinite. I am complete. I am full. I am fulfilled. And because I am fulfilled, I cannot do anything to fulfill myself because I'm already fulfilled. There is no way that I can get fulfilled. So when karmas are performed to fulfill to attain fulfillment, that means these karmas are not performed by me. They are performed by the nature, by the attributes, through the body, through the mind, through the intellect, and through the ego. And why they are performing, why the nature is performing actions through the body or through the mind? Just to restore its balance. The nature has a problem, not me, because I am not the nature, neither am I within the nature. I am always beyond the nature. I am the beyond. I am the one who is beyond everything. I am the observer. I am the observer. I am the substratum. I am the substratum. I am the consciousness upon which the nature is established. So I am not the nature at all. Okay, so yogastha kuru karmani. Remain within yourself. Now, how to remain within myself when I do not know myself? How to remain within myself? The only way to remain within yourself is to always remember who you are. This is the way, when you are performing any action. When you are performing any action, always remember who you are. You are not the doer. Falsely you recognize yourself as the doer. Falsely you recognize yourself that I am the doer. I am the doer. No, you are not the doer. You are the self. You are the one who is projecting the doer. You are the, tasya bhasha sarvamivam vibhati. With his light, everything in this world is enlightened. With his light, whose light? The light of myself. The light of me. With my light, with your light, the whole world is enlightened. Tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam. Tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam. When I know you, I know everything. When I know you, who is this you? It's not somebody else, it's me. It's you. When you can say either it's you or it's me. When I know myself, I know everything. Because I am the everything. I am everything. I am everything. I am the everything. There is nothing which is beyond me. Or there is nothing which is without me. I am everything. Tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam. Only by knowing me, I know everything. Tasya bhasha sarvamivam vibhati. And by your light, everything is enlightened. Okay? So here it says, yogastha kuru karmani sangam taktva dhananjaya. Always remain attached to the self. Always have this, this memory. Always have this memory that I am the self, I am not the body, I am the doer. And sangam taktva dhananjaya, and remain unattached from this world, from the doer, from the actions also. Remain unattached from the actions, remain unattached from the doer of the actions, and remain unattached from the world, because you don't belong to them at all. And they don't belong to you. By your false recognition that you are the doer, you become the doer. You become the doer. You get this, you take the form of the doer. And after you take the form of the doer, you suffer. Because then you have to go through the results of your karmas. The results of the karmas are always of three kinds. One is good, one is mixed, and one is bad. Any karma that you perform will always give you three results. One is good result. One is a mixed result, neither good nor bad. And the third is, bad results. So these three results have to be suffered by the one who is the doer of the action. Now you are never the doer of the action. But because you have recognized yourself, you have imposed yourself to be the doer, and that is why you need to, suffer all these consequences. But if you can, get rid of that, no, I am not the doer. I'm not the doer. I'm separate from this. I'm beyond this. I am the one who is projecting the doer. I am not the doer at all. I am projecting the doer. And when I am firm in this, then I see that though I am performing all the actions, then also, I am not at all, suffering from the consequences of my actions. Naiva kinchit karomiti. Naiva kinchit karomiti yukta asita tattvavid. A self-realized soul, though he does everything, but he does not do anything. Why? Because he is always attached to the self. He is always attached to the self. And because he is always attached to the self, he does not do at all. He does not do anything. Whatever, actions we see that he does, it is been done by the body, it has been done by the nature, and he is completely aware about that. He is the observer of all the karmas that are happening through him. He does not do anything, and that is why he is the enjoyer of this world. He is the enjoyer because he doesn't have to, get involved into the good and bad actions and the good and bad results of those actions, and that is why his life becomes, blissful. So, yogastha kuru karmani. Always remain attached to the self. And if you cannot remain attached to the self, at least have this full recognition, full cognition that I am the self. Always have this full conviction. Have this full conviction that I am the self. I am not the body at all. I am not the body. I am not the doer. I am not the doer of this action. I am not the doer. I am not the mind. I am not the intellect. I am not the ego. I am the self. I am the self. I am the consciousness. Okay? Always have this recognition. Always have this firm conviction within you. Yogastha kuru karmani. Sangam taktva dhananjaya. Remain unattached from all the attachments. Attachment with the body, attachment with the mind, attachment with your ego, attachment with the karmas, attachment with the doer of the karmas, attachment with the results of the karmas, attachment with the world, attachment with everything without you. Just remain away. Just remain unattached from everything. And just remain unattached from the karmas, from the doer of the karmas, from the results of the karmas, from the world, from your own body, from your own mind, from your own nature, from the qualities that you have, sattva, raja, tama. These are all qualities. These are not you at all. Okay? So, yogastha kuru karmani, sangam taktva dhananjaya. O Dhananjaya, O Arjuna, remain in the self. Remain in the self. Remain absorbed in the self. Remain united in the self, with the self. Always remain united with the self. Yogastha. Yogastha, if you cannot do this, then remember who you are all the time. All the time, remember who you are. You are the self, you are consciousness. Remember this. Yogastha. Okay? And this is the only way to remain, united with the self. Remember who you are. Shoham, Shoham, Shoham. I am that, I am that, I am that. I am not this, I am not this, I am not this. Whatever I see as myself, I am not this. I am that. I am that which cannot be seen, which cannot be perceived, which cannot be manifested, and which cannot be known. I am that. Okay? So, always remain aware about this fact. Who you are. Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi. You are that, you are that, you are that. Always remain conscious about this. Even if you do not, even if you cannot realize this, remain aware about this fact. You are that. You are that. Yogastha kuru karmani. And by remaining with this, with this consciousness, with this awareness, that is, just do the karmas. By remaining with the, with this awareness, perform your karmas. Yogastha kuru karmani. Sangam tektva dhananjaya. O Dhananjaya, O Arjuna, remain unattached from the body, from the mind, from the intellect, from the ego, from the actions, from the knower of, from the doer of the actions, and the results of your actions. Remain unattached, because these are not, they don't belong to you, and you don't belong to them. They are always separate from you. Okay? Siddha siddho samo bhutva. Now, whenever you are performing an action, so either you are going to get success or you are going to be, get failure. So when you are having success, you become very happy and successful. And when you have failure, you become demoralized, depressed. He says, treat these two as the same. Siddha and asiddha, that is, success and failure, are the same. They are not two separate entities. They are the same entities with different color, different taste, different order, with different texture. The same thing. Now it is success, the next moment is going to be failure. This failure will again transform into success, and this success will again go into, transform itself into failure. This is a cycle which is always moving. So don't get attached to this. Siddha siddho samo bhutva. Treat these two to be the same. Siddha siddho samo bhutva. Treat success and failure to be the same. They are not different at all. Like, day and night. Day and night. They are they're the same thing. Just a difference of time, just a difference of texture. Night is going to transform itself into day, and the day is again going to transform itself into night. This cycle is going on from eternity, and this cycle will go on till eternity. This game of success and failure is going to, is going on from eternity, and it will continue till eternity. Don't get involved into this. Don't get involved into this. Siddha siddho samo bhutva. Always treat them as the same. Don't consider them separate. Don't get depressed when you are not successful, because this not being successful also is going to bring you success. This is also success in disguise. This is also success in disguise. When we say, happiness, it means that sadness is standing in your door. After some time, the happiness will go, and sadness is again, is going to enter your room. So when you say, sadness, that means happiness is standing in your door. So this movement is going on from eternity. From eternity. Okay? So, don't get deluded by this. So that is why always treat both as the same. Anashino, this matra sparshastu konteya, shitoshna sukha dukhada, agama paino anitvam. This happiness and sorrow, agama, it has a beginning and it has got an end, and that is why this is not real. So because this is not real, treat that, just go through this, that's all. Tolerate it, accept it, because it's not going to stay. It's not real, so it's not going to stay. It's a passing phenomena. Now it is success, again it is going to be failure. Siddha siddho samo bhutva. Treat these two as the same. Samatvam yoga uchyate. Yoga, yesterday we said, yoga means, when you reach the state of super consciousness. So this is the greatness of Bhagavad Gita. Now it started, Bhagavad Gita, if you go to any spiritual text, they will tell you, hey, you need to study, you need to meditate, you need to concentrate, you need to do this, you need to do that. Bhagavad Gita is very simple. It says, whenever you are going through your life, you are going to get two consequences, two results of your actions. One is good and one is bad. Whenever there is a good thing, you get attached to the good. Whenever there is a bad, you run away from the bad. And this is how you have been leading your life. Now you need to consider these two as the same. You need to consider these two, good and bad, success and failure, happiness and sorrow, victory and defeat, virtue and vice, profit and loss. This all to be the same. They're the same. Don't differentiate within them. Don't distinguish within them. Just treat them as the same, because this sameness, this tendency of sameness, this attitude of sameness is called yoga. Yoga is the goal of your life. Yoga is the union between you and the supreme consciousness, supreme reality. So if you can just be, same, you can just treat same with, if you can treat, in the same way to all the conditions, all the situations of your life, that is going to take you into yoga. Okay? So tomorrow, not tomorrow, Tuesday, we're going to, discuss about this, in a more thorough way. So practice this. Yogastha kuru karmani. Whenever you are performing any karma, always remain, aware about who you are. You are not the body. You are not the, mind. You are not the intellect. You are not the ego. You are the self. You are consciousness. Always remain aware about this. I am the consciousness. I am the consciousness. Yogastha kuru karmani. Sangam tyaktva dhananjaya. Remain unattached with the work, with the karma, with the doer of the karma, and the results of your karmas. Remain unattached with that. Just consider karma to be a revelation, a manifestation of the nature that you possess within your body. Okay? When the nature and its qualities they get mixed, they produce karma. Sangam tyaktva dhananjaya. Siddha siddho samo bhutva. Always consider this happiness and sorrow, success and failure to be the same. Because samatvam yoga uchyate. Because this equanimity, this sameness is called yoga. Yoga means super consciousness, union with the self, your attainment of your goal of life. Okay? Thank you very much, and thank you for watching this video, this live telecast, and we are going to meet